This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball here on Let's Talk Sports. Tonight we've got a really great game ahead. Beautiful afternoon here at Busch. The Cardinals getting set to take on the Atlanta Braves. A great pitchers matchup ahead. Sonny Gray versus Spencer Strider. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the broadcast booth in this one. I'm Josh Wright getting the call as always. And this should be a really fun game. Cardinals and Braves, two teams that are having really good years in the franchise. In real life, the Cardinals are doing okay. The Braves, meanwhile, they're not having a very good year. But looking at the storylines heading into this game, of course, the big one, the major one being Sonny Gray versus Spencer Strider. I mean, this is two all-star pitchers, two pitchers who are having really good years. Spencer Strider's looking really dominant as of late. Same thing for Sonny Gray. The Braves have a guy on their team named Nacho Alvarez Jr. searching for power. Marcell Ozuna ended up shining in the first game of this series against his former club as the Braves did take game one of this series. The Braves' bullpen's looking great. The Cardinals' bullpen's looking great. Both teams all around are just looking great. The Braves, 56-39. They would be in first place if it wasn't for the Phillies. And the Cardinals, well, 80-15. I mean, they're playing like it's 2004. Lineups and first pitch coming up. It's the Cardinals. It's the Braves. Coming up next. Here's the starter comparisons heading into this game. Comparisons, sorry. 18 starts for Spencer Strider, 10-4, 2.08 ERA. His Ks per nine is 9.27. His walks per nine is 3.04. So pretty solid stats, you know. And then looking at Sonny Gray, 9-3, 19 starts, 2.75 ERA, and then that's his walks and Ks per nine and stuff. If you guys hear noise in the background, my aunt and uncle from Collinsville, which is near St. Louis, ironically, they came to visit this weekend. They're watching a movie. I think they're watching Jackass. I don't know why they're watching Jackass of all things, but there's Sonny Gray. And we're set to go here today. Cardinals and Braves, first pitch to Harris. Swings and misses, strike one. And we are underway this afternoon. Been a while since we've done a Saturday jersey game where we got the cream jerseys on. There's a grounder right back to Gray. Throw to first in time, and that is out number one. Take a look at the Atlanta lineup in this one, set up by Brian Snicker. Michael Harris leads off. He's at center. Then it's Nacho Alvarez Jr. at short, making his debut, I'm assuming. Marcell Ozuna, Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Jerickson Profar, Sean Murphy, Ozzie Albies, and in the number 9 hole is Jarred Kelenic as Ronald Acuna Jr. has the night off, or has the afternoon off. He was really solid, dominant in the Atlanta win in game one of this series. Take a look at the Cardinal defense as soon as we get the chance. But here's Nacho Alvarez Jr. He's played in 6 games. He's only had 1 at-bat. There's a grounder to Gorman. Throw to first in time. That's out number 2. Might as well show you the Cardinal defense while we're at it. At first base, Luken Baker. Second base is Gorman. Third base, Arenado. Shortstop, Mason Wynn. In the outfield from left to right, Trent Grisham's in left as Brendan Donovan has the night off. Lars Nootbaar's in center. Burleson's in right. And behind the plate doing the catching, that is not Herrera. That's not Pedro Pages. Instead, that is Wilson Contreras. For those of you wondering where's Contreras, he's behind the plate. For those of you wondering, Ivan Herrera is back on the injured list in both real life and in franchise. So we've got Contreras behind the plate just in case. Pages is still here. Yoel Pozo called up just in case. You never know. And this is kind of a good opportunity for Luken Baker to get some playing time at first base. And I feel like because Contreras and Sonny Gray, you know, two veterans, I don't know, I just feel like that catcher-pitcher duo like matchup just works really well. There's a nice play by Baker at first. He's showing, hey, I'm getting the start today at first. Heck yeah, I'm going to play like a Gold Glove first baseman. We go to the bottom of the inning. Cardinals coming to bat. And there's Spencer Strider on the mound. Kind of a different season compared to real life. 18 starts, 10-4. Record 112.2 innings, 2.08 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 116 strikeouts on the year. He's having a very, very good season. He probably would be a Cy Young if it wasn't for Zach Wheeler from the Phillies just tearing it up. Here's Newpar leading off. Count is 1-0. Newpar ironically had the night off in game 1 of this series. Looks like he's back in the lineup today, playing center field. Trent Grisham's in left, filling in for Brendan Donovan this afternoon. There's a high fly ball to center. Harris is back. It is gone. Newpar hits one out to center. 1-0 St. Louis. Lars Newpar on the second pitch of the at-bat was able to send one out of here, out to left into, I guess it's right center field for a leadoff solo home run. And just like that, the Cardinals strike first. It's 1-0. Michael Harris trying to make this jump. I was thinking for a second, hey, he may have this. Might have this one, but nope. Just goes over his head and deposits in the right center field seats. Here's Trent Grisham. First pitch to him is strike. Grisham hitting .265. There's a grounder to short. Alvarez throw to first in time. That's out. Number 1, here is the rest of the Cardinal lineup while we're at it. Newpar was the leadoff hitter, then Trent Grisham. Then it's Contreras, Walker, Arenado, Burleson, Baker, Wynn, and Nolan Gorman. My, oh my. It's a nice little lineup there, if I had to say so. Here's Wilson Contreras, hitting .265, 816 OPS. Doing some catching today. He's not caught a whole lot in this season. Mainly been playing first base and DHing from time to time. There's a strike from Strider. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch from Strider. That's low for ball 1. Strider, at one point, he had a very nasty slider. There's a four-seamer, taking 2-2. It looks like his slider's now at 85. I remember at one point it was in the mid-90s. There's a pitcher on the Brewers. I can't remember his name. But he's got a slider that reaches up to like 96 miles an hour. Yes, you heard that right. A 96-mile-an-hour slider. There's a grounder to Olsen at first. That's out number 2. 2 men gone. Here is Jordan Walker. 22 home runs. It's a career high for him. That's what happens when you play every day and you're not on the injured list and getting sent down to AAA. There's someone on the pitching side who's having that trouble. I have no idea who that could be. He could have been very helpful. Whoever it was, he could have been very helpful this weekend when the Cardinals and Braves played in real life. Man, I just don't know who that would be, though. Do you guys know? I think his name is like Michael something. McChicken, McGreevy, McBig Mac, or McGreevy. Greevy, there it is. That's what it is. Walker strikes out. 2 in the first inning, but Lars Newpar, he got the first inning off with a bang, a solo homer. A leadoff solo home run. Out to center field, 1-0 St. Louis. Austin Riley leads off for Atlanta here in the top of inning number 2. For those of you just tuning in, it's a later stream. It's 9:08. We usually don't stream this late, but we're doing it today because why the heck not? It's a good time to just sit back, relax, watch dumb comedy movies, or you can watch Let's Talk Sports as he does a commentary between the Braves and Cardinals. The Braves are in this series, or in this franchise, they're surprisingly doing pretty well. I mean, going into 2025, the people expected the Braves to do well anyway. There's Sonny Gray's first strikeout of the day. And now bring in Matt Olson, hitting .325. For the Braves this year in real life, they're not doing so hot. Another team that's been kind of on the struggle bus this year, the Baltimore Orioles. But they're doing really well in real life, or not in real life, the franchise. They're tied with the Yankees for the AL East in this game. Again, is 1 ball, 1 strike from the veteran Sonny Gray. There's a curveball that misses 2-1. It hit the bottom left corner. 2-1 the count. There's a sweeper. Sonny Gray's got something going. It's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. There's a grounder. It gets past Gorman into right center field. And I believe that's the first hit for the Atlanta Braves. And it comes from Matt Olson. Well, a grounder that gets past Gorman. Goes into right center field. And it's the first Atlanta hit of the night. Here's Jerickson Profar. This guy is suspended in real life. I don't know why he's playing in this game. Was signed by the Braves during the offseason after a career, having the best year of his career last year in San Diego. Gets caught for using PEDs and is currently serving an 80-game suspension. That's popped up, and it's going to go behind the Braves' dugouts and into the stands. A Jerickson Profar foul ball. What a nice souvenir. Olson, the runner at first, 0-2 pitch, and that hit him on the back. I don't know if Sonny Gray meant to do that or not, but Atlanta's going to have runners at first and second. Here's Sean Murphy. He is not doing so hot this year, hitting a .173. Only 1 home run, 13 RBIs, 485 OPS. There have been talks that the Cardinals are possibly interested in Sean Murphy in real life. I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger or not. I mean, he would be really nice to have behind the plate since Herrera's been struggling with the injuries and everything. There's a grounder to Contreras. Throw to first in time. That's out number 2. Two-way. Here's Ozzie Albies. Probably one of my favorite current Atlanta Braves players. I really love watching him play. Kind of like Jose Altuve, just a little guy. Small guy, but he can deliver the goods for you when it comes to baseball. I know somebody's probably going to clip that and have that like an out of context saying or whatever. It's like a compilation of everything I've said out of context. There's a base hit in the center. Olson scores that. They're going to send Profar to the plate, and the Braves take a 2-1 lead. Ozzie Albies with a 2-run single. He's someone who usually hits the Cardinals pretty well. And he continues here on this Saturday afternoon. Grounder from Kelnick to Gorman. And we go to the bottom of the inning. Ozzie Albies makes it a 2-1 game, a 2-run single. As we go to the bottom of the second, here is Nolan Arenado leading off. He is currently second in the National League for All-Star votes at third base. He's trailing Eugenio Suarez from the Arizona Diamondbacks. And if you look, I looked at his stats, and Suarez is having a much better year than Nolan Arenado is. And both, I think he's having a better year in real life than Arenado. And it's the same thing here in MLB The Show. That is hammered in the left. Ozuna is back, or Profar's back. Tie game. Number 19 of the year for Arenado. And we're tied at 2. Another leadoff home run for the Cardinals in this game. Lars Nootbaar led off the bottom of the first with a solo blast. Nolan Arenado does the same here in the bottom of the second. The game's tied at 2. Here's Burleson. Takes a fastball, counts 0-1. Burleson, just like Jordan Walker, a career high in home runs, 22. 22 home runs for both of them on the year. That's it, foul, and the count's 0-2. There are reports the San Diego Padres are looking to trade Dylan Cease. The team's drawing interest: Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays, Rangers, Angels, New York Mets, and the San Francisco Giants. Burleson with a base hit into right field. Jared Kelenic playing right field today instead of Ronald Acuna. Brian Snitker, the Braves manager, he's either going to think that's a smart move by giving Acuna the night off, or he's going to think, man, I really wish I put Acuna in the game today. That would have been very helpful. You know, if there's one player, you know, who does really well and he's contributes to a big win, chances are you probably might want to put him in the game afterwards. Luken Baker strikes out. Here's Mason Wynn, hitting .229 this year. 11 home runs, 32 RBIs, and has a .669 OPS, a.k.a. the funny number. His OPS is the funny number. There's a slider swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Mason Wynn with 6 stolen bases this year. And that leads the Cardinals in stolen bases. This team, they don't really steal bases. They strike out. They hit home runs sometimes. That's kind of what the Cardinals have been like in this franchise throughout the entire season. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Gorman. You guys probably have not seen Gorman play in a while. It's because Ezekiel Duran is usually the starting second baseman. Or he became the starting second baseman when we traded it for him. Here's the 1-1. That is lifted to left center. Making the catch is Harris, and we go to the third inning. It was 2-1 Braves. Not for long, however. Nolan Arenado sends this one out to left field. We go to the third. Braves 2, Cardinals 2.
Leading off for Atlanta.
Braves have the top of their order due up here in the top of the third inning. Michael Harris, and then it will be Nacho Alvarez Jr. What a name. And then Marcell Ozuna. Imagine if your parents is like named you after a food. You know, it's like, can't imagine all the. Wonder if he ever got picked on in school. I don't know. One ball, 1 strike to count to Harris. Michael Harris, the second. Solid contact guy. He's good with the glove. He's good at striking out also. That's strikeout number 2 of the day for Sonny Gray.
Nacho Alvarez Jr.
So one away here is Nacho Alvarez Jr. Again, who would name their kid Nacho? I mean, like when he was born, like at the hospital, was the dad like were they snacking on nachos and cheese dip, and we're like, hey, why don't we name the kid Nacho? That's like, okay. Yeah, he'll totally not get picked on in school if we name him Nacho. Count is 1-2 to Nacho Alvarez Jr. He's 0 for 1 here today with a grounder to second. Takes a curve outside, ball 2. Does he have a sister named Guacamole? And a brother named Salsa? I don't know. Speaking of salsa, I'm wearing the, it's like a salsa, Cardinals like salsa t-shirt from when Matt Carpenter was playing. There's a grounder to short, win, throw to first. Is in time. That's number 2. Two-way here is former Cardinal Marcell Ozuna. He had a home run in game 1 of this series. He's 2 for 6. I believe he will be in the home run derby in both real life and most likely in this game. He will probably be in the home run derby. I don't know, but what I do know is Luke and Baker is showing off his defense today as Ozuna hit one right to him at first. He stepped on the bag like it was no problem. We go to the bottom of the inning. The game's tied at 2. Braves had the top of their order due up in the top of the 3rd. What do you know? The Cardinals have the top of their lineup due up as we go to the home half of the 3rd. Wow, isn't that interesting? Funny how that worked out. Braves had the top of their order due up, and now the Cardinals have the top of their order due up here against Strider. He's allowed 2 home runs. Lars Nootbaar hit one of them. Nolan Arenado hit the other. There's a grounder. Gets past Alvarez into center field, and Nootbaar's 2 for 2 on the day. So the Cardinals have the leadoff man on again. Here's Trent Grisham.
Outside, that's a ball.
No batting gloves and all. I guess that's the tradition of whoever wears number 13 on the Cardinals doesn't wear batting gloves. Matt Carpenter, of course, was a victim of this for a long time. I don't think he ever... Did he ever wear batting gloves? I don't think he did. I mean, I watched Matt Carpenter throughout his whole career. I never, ever saw him wear batting gloves. Grisham strikes out. Let me see. Did Matt Carpenter wear batting gloves? Oh, he did. He did, but it was like on like super like rare occasions. But yeah, he barely used batting gloves. Again, unless if it was like Father's Day or Memorial Day or like Mother's Day, like a holiday or something. Then yeah, he'd put the batting gloves on, but yeah, he barely ever wore batting gloves. Brad Miller, another guy, barely ever wore batting gloves. Brad Miller, he was on the Cardinals in 2020. It was fun to watch that year. Contreras fouls it off. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking at some of the pitcher leaders in WAR, Spencer Strider, 3.1 WAR. That's the best in the National League. Tariq Skubal, the best in the American League with the Detroit Tigers. That's not just in the video game, that's in real life, real baseball too. As Contreras strikes out looking, strikeout number 5 for Spencer Strider. 2 outs, here's Jordan Walker. He was, I believe, the first strikeout victim for Spencer Strider today. Jordan Walker, first round pick out of the 2020 MLB draft out of Decatur, Georgia. Grew up a Braves fan, I'm assuming. I've been through Decatur, Georgia a couple times. It's an okay little town. It's a nice town. 3-0.
Nope, that's down.
And a 4-pitch walk to Walker. No pun intended. 2-1, 2 out. Nolan Arenado's coming up. He had a solo homer. Poked down the left field line. He's the reason why this game's tied at 2. There's a slider.
0-1.
Called strike 1. Arenado led the league in home runs not once, not twice, but 3 different occasions. 2015, 2016, and 2018, all when he was with the Colorado Rockies. Those Rockies teams were not the best, but they were fun to watch. Nolan Arenado at third, Troy Tulowitzki, the shortstop, and then later on Trevor Story was the shortstop after Troy Tulowitzki was traded to Toronto. DJ LeMahieu at second. Mark Reynolds at first. There's a fly ball to right. Kelnick makes the catch, and we go to the 4th inning here at Busch. Game's tied at 2. Josh Wright getting the call here today. It's a lovely afternoon here at Busch Stadium. Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals. 2 of the most consistent winners in the National League in the last, 35 years. Braves, of course, had their dynasty in the 90s, early 2000s. Cardinals had their dynasty in the 2000s and early 2010s. And since 1996, these 2 teams have met, I believe, 4 times in the playoffs. 96 NLCS, Cardinals were up 3-1, lost to Atlanta.
Nope, ball 1.
And was outscored 32-1 in games 5, 6, and 7. And while that was very heartbreaking loss for Cardinals fans at the time. Of course, that was Tony La Russa's first year managing, Ozzie Smith's last year as a player. Riley's going on strikes to begin the top of the 4th. That was La Russa's first year managing in St. Louis anyway. That was not his first year managing period. He had been managing for a long time at that point. I gotta clear myself up a little bit. But yeah, I believe that was Bill DeWitt Jr.'s first year owning the team in 96. Yeah, fun year. And then, of course, they met a few more times. 2000. Cardinals swept the Braves in the division series. There's a nice play at third by Arenado. Throw to first. Is it time? He does the little spin move action. A nice throw to first, which Luke and Baker is able to handle. Take a look at that again. Again, the spin, the throw. Baker catches it. No problem. Yeah, there are 2 men gone here in the top of the 4th. Loving what I'm seeing. And then the other 2 occasions, going back to the history between these 2, Cardinals and Braves in the playoffs. 2000, in the division series, Cardinals swept the Braves out of the playoffs or into the offseason that year. And then 2012 in the wild card game.
Ball 2.
And then the most recent time was in 2019 in the division series. That was a fun division series, wasn't it? I thought so. Base hit in the left field gets past Arenado. Every once in a while that happens. You know, they'll poke one. They'll poke a base hit past a Gold Glove third baseman. It's happened before, I'm sure, from time to time. Here's Sean Murphy. 0 for 1. Drake Baldwin, he's also been doing a lot of the catching this year for the Braves. Sean Murphy started off his career in Oakland. Went over to the Braves in a trade. I believe Matt Olson was in that trade too. There's a strikeout. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. No, he wasn't in that trade. I think Matt Olson came over as a free agent. Someone might have to correct me on that. Or I'll have to look it up. Bottom of the fourth. Game's tied at 2. Let me see. Sean Murphy. Let's see. When were you traded to Atlanta? 2023. Okay. Matt Olson got to the Braves in 2022. Okay, so, yeah, they wouldn't have been traded together. That makes sense.
Ball 2.
2-1 Alec Burleson. Sean Murphy was in a 3-team trade, which I'll get into probably in his next at-bat, to remind me. 2-2 pitched from Strider. Outside of the 2 home runs he's given up, he has been solid on the mound. Got a couple people in the chat on a late Saturday night. What's up? And Alec Burleson works a walk. Second walk allowed by Strider. Wonder what that's all about. Either way, they got another leadoff man on. Here's Lucan Baker. Baker struck out his last time up. He's having a really good day with the glove. I'm pretty sure he'd love to have a nice day, a much better day with the bat compared to the glove. Fastball, 2-1. Don't know why the crowd was booing there. Baker pops up right to Olson, one first baseman, pops up to the other. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here is Mason Wynn. He is 0 for 1 in this game. 0 for 1. Can you believe that? Jordan Walker was the first round pick in 2020. Mason Wynn was the second round pick. There's a grounder to Albies. Flips to the shortstop anyway. And everybody's going to be safe. Alvarez did not throw to first. 2 on for the Cardinals, 1 out. Here's Gorman. Gorman flew out his last time up. Burleson at second. Mason Wynn at first.
That's outside.
Just a bit outside, as Bob Uecker would say. Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball 2.
That's low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Game's tied at 2. There's ball 3. Sean Murphy trying to calm his pitcher down.
Ball 4. Pitch good.
That'll load him up.
Now batting the center fielder, Lars Newbar.
Bases are now loaded with Newbar coming up. That is driven into right. Kelnick is back. That's over his head. 2 runs will score easily. The Cardinals have a 4-2 lead as they're going to hold Gorman at third. It's a 2-run, 1-out double for Lars Newbar. 4-2 Cardinals in the fourth. Snicker popping out of the dugout, and Strider's day is done just a bit early. What we thought was going to be a nice little pitcher's duel between Strider and Sonny Gray, that comes to a close a little bit early, and here's Cal Quantrill. Cal Quantrill, isn't he with the Marlins? I think he is. Didn't his dad give up the David Ortiz home run in the ALCS in 2004?
That's a ball.
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Pretty sure he did. I don't know. But what I do know is Trent Grisham's up. He's 0 for 2. He has not done a darn thing at the plate in this series. He has 1 hit. Braves got more action in their bullpen. Anderson Pilar and Dylan Lee. Dylan Lee, the left-hander. Pilar, the right-hander. Nootbaar with a big old smile on his face at second base. He's the reason why it's 4-2. There's a grounder to third. Nobody will move up. Nobody's scoring. Instead, they're just going to retreat as Austin Riley makes a nice little play at third base. 2 outs now. Here's Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 2 here today. There's a cutter. It's in for strike 1. Was not expecting the Braves to go to their bullpen early today. Base hit into center. 1 run in is in. Here comes Nootbaar. Slides in head first. It's 6-2. Unbelievable afternoon. How come the Cardinals couldn't do this in real life? I don't know. But what I do know is Jordan Walker's up. He walked his last time up. No pun intended. Splitter 1-1. Let's see. Walker, he's walked. How many walks has he? He's been walked 24 times this year. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. There's a sinker. Count is evened up. Walker for MVP. Yeah, maybe in a few years. Maybe in a few years down the road. Walker would be an MVP, but no, probably not this year. In the left field, that's going to drop for a base hit. Over to second is Contreras. And it's 2 on, 2 out as the inning keeps going. Walker keeping the inning alive. Here's Arenado. 1 for 2, 2 outs. There's a cutter. And the count's 0-1. Nolan Arenado 1 for 2. He's got 2 home runs in this series. 1 from yesterday or from the game before this, and 1 in, well, this game. As you guys just saw. Right to Riley at third, and the inning's over. But the Cardinals score 4 runs in this inning, a 2-run double from Nootbaar, a 2-run single from Contreras. We go to the 5th. Cardinals lead 6-2. 6-2 Cardinals. We go to the top of the 5th inning. This game is moving right along. And it's a good time to do the little, kind of a new segment. It's a Q&A segment. What's your favorite thing, besides the sports in St. Louis, what's your favorite part about St. Louis? Besides the sports, anyway. Okay, so, I mean, the sports in St. Louis, I mean, it's a great sports town.
What do you got?
Counts 1-2 to Ozzy Albies. I mean, the Cardinal fans are great. Blues fans are great. Battlehawks fans are even great. There's a strikeout, 1 away. The soccer team that's in St. Louis. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter. You can put a sports team in St. Louis and people will go to it. You know, there's just one sports related topic you don't bring up to St. Louis people, and that's the Rams. But anyway, besides sports, favorite thing about St. Louis, I don't know, I mean, you could say the Arch. I mean, that's just an iconic thing. I mean, you ask someone, name one thing from St. Louis, they're probably going to say the Arch. You know, the museums are cool. The Art Museum in St. Louis is kind of cool. The train station's cool. You know, the Mississippi River. But if I had to say my favorite thing about St. Louis, it'd probably be the zoo. in St. Louis. Might be because I'm a huge animal guy. You know, if I wasn't a sports broadcaster, going to school to be a sports announcer, I'd probably be like a zoologist or, you know, going to school to be, I don't know, do like wildlife stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. Just like Sonny Gray, his pitching performance is kind of cool, as he's got 6 strikeouts. In the middle of the 5th inning, here's Michael Harris. Yeah, it'd probably be the zoo. I mean, a lot of cool animals there. I believe it's free admission. So maybe the next time I go to St. Louis, I might stop and visit the good old St. Louis Zoo. It might take me a while to see all the exhibits and stuff, but we'll see. We will see. 1 ball, 1 strike to Michael Harris, the second. There's a fly ball into left. Grisham's giving him some chase, but it's just going to go foul. He ain't going to get there in time. Yeah, comment down below, anybody from St. Louis, in the chat. What's your favorite thing about St. Louis? My favorite thing is when Sonny Gray strikes out the side. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Cardinals leading 6-2. Now that's cool. That's pretty cool. Here's Burleson once more. He's 0 for 2 today. Or he's 1 for 1. There's a grounder down the line. It will go foul. 0-2. Burleson with a single and a walk and 2 trips in the plate. 0-2. That is fouled off. In the top half of the inning, we were talking about favorite things about St. Louis. Besides the sports. Besides the sports, you know, atmosphere. Favorite thing about St. Louis is definitely the zoo. I think I've been to the St. Louis Zoo a couple times. I might have went when I was like 3 or 4 with my younger cousin, and then I went when I was, I think, 7.
That's a ball.
That might have been the last time I went to the St. Louis Zoo. It was cool. Like, there was like, they had like little elephants. That was cool. Grounder to short. It's out number 1. I remember they had a stingray exhibit, which was cool, and you could like pet the stingrays while they were swimming by, which is kind of cool. Again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record when I say things are cool. I'm not a huge fan of stingrays now because they killed Steve Irwin, which is a very naughty thing to do. It's like, why would you do that? You could have killed off anybody else. Anybody else. And you had to kill off Steve Irwin. Man, he was very unlucky too when he was killed by that stingray, because I guess stingray human attacks don't happen very often. I'm assuming. I don't know. 2-2 count to Baker.
2 strikes.
As we're in the bottom of the 5th inning, Cardinals lead the Braves 6-2. There's a fly ball to right. Kelnick makes the catch. There's out number 2.
Now batting.
Got the sunglasses on his hat. This might be a hot take, but I'm not really a big sunglasses guy. Like, I don't know what it is. Never really cared much for sunglasses. Like, as a kid, like in late elementary school, middle school, yeah, I'd wear them because I thought they looked nice. Yeah, they look cool, but now that I'm older, I don't know. Just sunglasses, I don't know. They don't really seem like a good look. Then again, I wear blue light glasses, which is whatever. Fly ball to left center field. We go to the 6th inning. As Michael Harris tracks us one down. We go to the 6th inning. Here at Busch. Cardinals 6, Braves 2 at the end of 5. Here's some news and notes going around the league. Yordan Alvarez from the Astros increases the American League leading home run total to 29. He's on pace for 54 this year. Good for him. Ranger Suarez picks up his 13th win of the year. And then Kyle Higashioka, Yankees legend, snaps an hitless 0 for 29 streak. Was 0 for 29, and then he broke the curse. And he got a couple hits. Good for him. Nacho Alvarez Jr. 0 for 2. Leads off for Atlanta here in the top of the 6th inning. Hopefully you guys are having a nice Saturday night. There's a ball up by 2-2. 2-2 the count to Alvarez. That's upstairs for ball 3. Strikeout, 1 away. Strikeout number 8 for Sonny Gray. Here's Marcell Ozuna 0 for 2. The line out and a ground out. This is a great time to talk about our trivia question of the stream. Cardinals trivia question. Let's see here. What's a good question to answers? Here we go. Since the All-Star game is coming up, here's a All-Star trivia question. How many Cardinals played in the 1966 All-Star game that was held in St. Louis? Ball 4 to Marcell Ozuna. That's the first walk allowed by Sonny Gray. But yeah, who are the two, or how many All-Stars did the Cardinals have at the 1966 All-Star game, and who were they? Not too sure. I think one will reveal the answer in the bottom half of the inning. Who were the Cardinal representatives at the 1966 All-Star game? Austin Riley hammers one out to left. Grisham's going back. This one is gone. It's a 2-run shot for Austin Riley, and just like that, it's a 2-run game. As Riley blasts his 17th home run of the year, it's now a 6-4 ball game. Cardinals making a pitching change. Ryan Fernandez,
Number 64.
first up out of the pen. He will face Matt Olson, hitting .326, 16 bombs, 57 RBIs, 927 OPS, and 1 for 2 here today. That's the most important stat. Austin Riley, for those of you just tuning in, just hit a 2-run homer, making it a 6-4 Cardinal lead. Fly ball to left. Grisham makes the catch. There's out number 2. Here's Profar. Walked once and had a single the second time up. There's a slider up high, ball 1. JoJo Romero, Zach Jackson warming up in the bullpen. Fernandez. 1-0 count. There's a slider that's low, ball 2. Fernandez. 2.76 ERA this year, 45 innings thrown for the Redbirds. Profar hits one out to right center field. Burleson's going to give it some chase. This ball's going to get down. Profar's on his way to second. And it's going to be a 2-out double. Profar with his 16th double of the year. And I'll bring in Sean Murphy. Aw, man. That sucks.
Ball in.
It's in, ball 1. Ironically, it was doing this in the last Brave stream that we did. Oh, come on, man. No, don't freeze on me. darn it. The heck is going on? Why is the game all glitchy now? Let's see if we're still live. Yeah, we're still live. There we go. This one's out to left. Grisham is back. And we go to the bottom of the inning. I don't know why it was freezing for a little bit. This happened the last time we played the Braves, too. In Atlanta. But Austin Riley with a home run. 6-4 Cardinals is the score. Might as well introduce or answer the question. The trivia question. How many Cardinals players, or how many Cardinals played in the 1966 All-Star game that was held at Busch Stadium, and how many representatives were there? Gorman with a base hit. The answer is 2. Those 2 representatives were outfielder Curt Flood and catcher and future broadcaster Tim McCarver. Tim McCarver, of course, was the analyst, was Joe Buck's partner in the booth at Fox doing the World Series. There's a grounder back to Quantrill. They get the lead runner. And that's out number 1. Here's Trent Grisham, 0 for 3. 0 for 3. In the left field, that is going to go foul. Counts 0-1. Grounder to Alvarez. They are going to get a double play. And just like that, the inning comes to a close. Don't go anywhere. More Cardinal baseball coming your way. We go to the 7th at 6-4.
Now pitching for the Cardinals.
Jojo Romero next up out of the Redbird bullpen.
JoJo.
It's a good time to talk about the theme tickets. Cardinal theme tickets are a great way to get access to exclusive promotional items and fan events. For details and full list of dates, visit cardinals.com/theme. This Sunday, July 13th, it is DC Superhero Night at the ballpark. When the Cardinals, they'll be tomorrow night, Cardinals and Braves.
Ball, that's inside.
And then the promotion and giveaway going on. Let's see. The Cardinals will be giving away a retro warm-up presented by Mercy. And then a kids Cardinals basketball presented by the Pasta House. Again, that's all on July 13th. Sunday, July 13th, the Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. It'll be the final game of this 3-game set before the All-Star break. And then on July 18th, the Cardinals, or the second half of the season will begin. And the Cardinals will be on a trip, or on a flight to Phoenix, Arizona. Play the Diamondbacks. There's a slider. Don't know why Kelenic was trying to bunt there, but it's an 0-2 count. I guess he's trying to do anything he can to get on base.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Count is 1-2. There's a slider. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, I've had some family come to town this weekend. Kelenic strikes out. That's out number 2. Here's Michael Harris. He's 0 for 3 today. Hasn't really done anything at the plate. For those of you wondering where those 4 Braves RBIs came from. It was a 2-run single from Ozzie Albies, and then Austin Riley hit a 2-run homer. As for the Cardinals, a home run from Lars Nootbaar, a home run from Arenado, 2-run double from Nootbaar, and then a 2-run single from Contreras, I believe. Base hit in the center. Michael Harris has his first hit of the game. Here's Nacho Alvarez Jr. Again, what a name.
Inside, ball 1.
I know I mentioned it earlier in one of his earlier at-bats, but still, who in the heck would name their kid Nacho?
Ball 2. 2-0.
Is it? I don't know if it's a tradition to name your kids after a food item. Pick off throw to first, and Harris is gone. They pick him off, trying to go back to first, and it's time to stretch. Here at Busch, 6-4 Cardinals is the score. If the season were to end today, the Cardinals, Phillies, and Dodgers would be the winners of their respective divisions. The wildcard teams would be the Atlanta Braves, San Francisco Giants, and the New York Mets, while the Brewers, Cubs, and Reds are all in the hunt alongside the Arizona Diamondbacks, who the Cardinals play the weekend after the All-Star break. Again, 3-game weekend trip to Phoenix. And then after that, they'll head to Colorado to play the Rockies. Contreras with a base hit. Hey, he's been hot today. And he's going to continue to be hot with the bat.
Cardinals, the designated hitter, Jordan.
They'll bring in Jordan Walker. Quantrill still in the game. Been in the game since the 4th inning, when Spencer Strider had a little meltdown on the mound. Chopper to Ozzie. 1. And safe at first as Walker beats out the throw. Hey, that's impressive. Ozzie's throw, or a little flip to the shortstop, was cool. And then Walker beating the throw over to first was even cooler. Gotta love seeing that. Here's Arenado. Had a home run earlier. Wish they would have showed a replay of it. That would have been pretty cool to see. That is taken, ball 1 on the sinker. Quantrill, he's with the Marlins, I believe, in real life this year. He could be someone who the Marlins could possibly trade on July 31st. Fly ball into right. Kelnick makes the catch. There's that, number 2. 2 away. Here in the home half of the 7th, here's Burleson. Would be nice to see the Cardinals drive in a couple more runs late in the game. There's a first pitch cutter. Right down the middle. That was a very hittable pitch, but Burleson took it. I guess he has the mindset of don't swing at the first pitch no matter what. Grounder to Alvarez, who bobbles it. And Burleson's going to be aboard on an infield single. 2-1, 2 out. Here comes Baker. He gets a hold of a sinker right to Kelnick, and the inning's over. Quantrill gets out of the pickle. 6 runs have come to score today for the Cardinals on 11 hits. They lead 6-4. Zach Jackson will pitch the 8th, and I'm assuming Helsley will pitch the 9th. That's how it usually goes here at Busch Stadium when the Cardinals have a 2-run lead. And a possible save opportunity for Helsley when he's available. Helsley currently leading the National League in saves. They'll probably show it on the bottom of the screen. Yep, 37 for Helsley. Matt Stram with the Phillies. He's got 31. 0-2 the count.
That's a ball.
There's a slider. Taken for ball one. 43,410 fans in attendance. Watching the Redbirds play. There's a fly ball to shallow center. Nootbaar tracking it down. And he let it drop for a base hit. Come on, dude. Alright, it's fine. So Nacho is aboard. You're going to let a guy named Nacho get a base hit on you? Come on, bud. What are we doing? I don't know, but here's Ozuna. I'm not going to lie, I sometimes forget Marcell Ozuna was a Cardinal. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. That was a good thing. A foul ball down the left field line. That could have been huge trouble. Thank goodness it went foul. 2 balls, 1 strikes the count. But yeah, sometimes I do forget Marcell Ozuna was a Cardinal at one point. I mean, he wasn't here for very long. He was only in St. Louis for like 2 years. And in those 2 years, I mean, he wasn't really who the Cardinals thought he would be. There's a strikeout. One away, here's Riley. Had a 2-run homer his last time up. Absolutely love Austin Riley. Love him to death. He's a great third baseman. He's having an okay year in real life. Grounder to Arenado. That is fouled off. The count is 1-1. Cardinal fans on their feet. Well, some of them were on their feet. Now they're sitting down. Handful of Braves fans in the crowd, as you can see. There's a strikeout. Oh, never mind. 2-2 count. Zach Jackson, he's getting ready for the strikeout. Don't worry. That strikeout's coming. Austin Riley says, forget the strikeout. How about a 2-run homer to tie the game up? Number 18 of the year, his second of the afternoon. And we got ourselves a brand new ball game here in the top of the 8th inning. I apologize to Zach Jackson. I thought this was a possible strikeout opportunity, but Austin Riley says, nope, this is a home run opportunity, pal. 459 feet to left center field. And that'll bring in Matt Olson. Another guy who can hit home runs. He hit 54 of them a couple years ago. Once upon a time. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. I believe this is Olson's 4th year with the Atlanta Braves. Came over in 22 to replace Freddie Freeman. Played all 2023, 2024, and then 2025. Yep, I believe this is his 4th year in Atlanta. Fouled off, the count is 2-2. Thank heavens the game stopped doing what it was doing earlier with the buggy and freezy. There's the strikeout Jackson was looking for and what I was referring to. That's out number 2. Too bad it didn't happen against Austin Riley, but it is what it is. We needed an entertaining game. We haven't had one of those in a while. Austin Riley's like, there you go. There's your entertaining game, senor. Fly ball to right center field. Profar is going to continue the entertainingness as he's got himself an automatic double. Or a ground rule double, as it would have been called a few years ago. But Phil Maton will come in to face Murphy. Runner at second for Atlanta, 2 outs. There's a sweeper. Called strike 1. Murphy 0 for 3 today. Struck out, flew out, and grounded out. In 3 trips to the plate, 2 for 7 in this series. Cutter fouled away. Murphy hitting 200. First right-handed pitching. That's cool, I guess. Fouled away. Let's see who's up for the Cards in the bottom of the inning. It'll be Wynn, Gorman, and Newport. All due up for the Birds in the bottom of the inning. There's a slider that misses 1-2. Phil Maton, the Chatham, Illinois native, signed by the Cardinals during the offseason. Their one and only major league free agency signing. Here's a 2-2. And we go to the bottom of the inning. Unfortunately, trouble struck when Austin Riley hit one out to left center field to tie this game up at 6. Here's Mason Wynn. Leads off the bottom of the inning for St. Louis. Let's see. The time is 10:05. 10:05 is the time. We've been streaming for about an hour. I know we're way past the hour point. 1 hour, 7 minutes, 20 seconds. That's how long we've been streaming for. Joe Jimenez, Aaron Bummer both warming up. Popped up behind the plate. And Murphy's going to make the catch.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
One away, here's Gorman. Chopper to second. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder.
2 away, here's Newport, home run. 3 RBIs in this game, a solo blast, and then a 2-run single. Or a 2-run double, anyway. Circle change, strike 1. Newport, a triple away from hitting the cycle. Will that happen in this at-bat? No, it will not. Instead, a pop-up to Murphy will end the inning, and we go to the 9th. Helsley will... Oh, never mind. Helsley is not coming in. Phil Maton will stay on the mound. He'll face Albies. He'll face Kelnick and Michael Harris. For those of you tuning into the stream, we appreciate all the love and support. If you could please do us a big old favor, make sure to leave a like. Best way to show your support, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. As we are on the road to 500 subscribers, let's see if we can get that by the end of the year. It'd be appreciated. And of course, more Cardinals franchise will be coming your way throughout the rest of the year. 0-2 pitch to Albies. Shoots one into left center field, and Atlanta has a runner on to begin the top of the 9th. As Albies slides in head first at second. The Braves have a runner on. Here is Kelnick. I would come in and play, but let's see, is there anybody watching? 2 people watching. Okay. That first person watching is probably me. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Hang on a second. You know something I forgot to do? I forgot to put on the thumbnail
That's a ball.
for the stream. Huh, silly me.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got it real quick. Cardinals, Braves. 2-2 the count to Kelnick.
We got a full count.
Count is full. That's low, ball 4. Albies is out at going to third.
Now batting, the center fielder, Michael.
Here's Michael Harris. I do kind of want to play at the end of the inning. Says Mayton's getting tired.
0-1's the count.
Hopefully we can get a double play and get out of the inning. I won't play the bottom of the 9th, I promise. I just want to see us get out of this inning.
1 ball.
It's low, 1 and 2. Big strikeout on a curveball. I'm just waiting for the Braves to bring in Ronald Acuna as a pinch hitter. It'd be kind of cool to see, not gonna lie. Here's the 0-2. Out of the way. Last chance for Atlanta to try and keep things going. There's a drop third strike. Contreras throw to first in time. Bottom of the 9th, here we come. Trent Grisham will lead off, then Contreras and Jordan Walker. Cal Quantrill is still in this game. Yes, the Braves are not wanting to go to their bullpen. Base hit for Grisham. And the leadoff man's on for St. Louis. Leadoff man's on for St. Louis here in the bottom of the 9th.
Number 25, Ezekiel. Young man.
And now bring in Contreras. That is hit foul. And it will go into the stands for a nice low foul ball. Nice souvenir, that's what I meant to say. Down the line once more. Last chance really for the Cardinals to put away the Braves before going into extra innings. There's a grounder to Albies. He tags Grisham, and he's going to get Contreras out. It's a 4-3 double play. Now it's really the last chance as Jordan Walker steps up to the plate, 1 for 3.
0-1.
There's a cutter, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tune 1. Ripped into deep left field, and Jordan Walker wins it in the 9th. A game-winning walk-off home run for Jordan Walker in the bottom of the ninth inning with 2 outs as he wins it for St. Louis here in the bottom of the ninth. 7-6 the final score. And that's all we got for you here tonight for Cardinal baseball. How about that? A nice little ending. Jordan Walker put in the cherry on top with a nice little home run. Lars Nootbaar began the bottom of the inning with a home run. And then we saw a couple home runs from Austin Riley. This one went out to left field. And then another one out to left center field. Nolan Arenado poked one down the left field line. And then, of course, Jordan Walker with the game winner. And like I mentioned earlier, that's all we got for you here today on Let's Talk Sports for Cardinal Baseball. Post-game show coming up. We'll see you next time with some more Cardinal baseball coming your way. I'm Josh Wright signing off from Busch Stadium.